Hey everybody, it's Sean from Inside Gaming Online, and I'm back. What's it been, about a year? So I'm gonna start doing videos again, and a huge bulk of the videos that I will be doing will be covering retro stuff, um, because I've built up a pretty substantial amount of retro systems over the last 10 years, 10 or 15 years, and I figured I'd just go over some of this stuff because I find a lot of this stuff cool and somewhat fascinating because I grew up on this stuff. Now, I grew up mostly a Nintendo person, but the first game system that I ever played was an Atari 2600. So it's kind of cool to go back and, you know, get some of these older systems that I never had the pleasure of owning when I was a kid. So this system right here is the Atari XEGS, or XE game system. And it's an 8-bit system. It is cartridge based. And as you could tell, it's got a very unique late 80s look with all of the pastel colors on the buttons. And yeah, this is a pretty cool little system. This system right here, I got it for a pretty decent price on eBay. It powers on, but some of the chips are not currently working. So I actually have a CPU coming in the mail to replace it. But until then, I'm just going to show the system off. And of course, you got the Atari logo down here. A little dirty. Your power button. I don't know if you can see that or not in the light. And when you turn it on, it lights up green. You got your cartridge slot. You have a little vent right here. And of course over here you have your start button, your select option, and you have a reset button. And on the side, you have a slot for the keyboard, which I'm going to go over in a few minutes. On the back, you have your power slot. You have a slot for various things like a modem, a floppy drive. You have your TV out with a, it says H and L, but this is actually channel 2 and 3. And then you have a monitor and audio jack. And then over here, you have your player 1 and player 2 port. And then here is the bottom. Good old Sunnyvale, California, Atari Corporation. Okay. Now that slot on the side is actually for this right here. And this is a keyboard. You got a help button. And the keys are not too yellowed yet. And this little guy right here goes into that side. And you basically have a little slot. And there you go. You have a console with a keyboard hooked up to it. Pretty cool. Now, one of the other cool things about this system is the controller. And this is a standard Atari 2600 controller with one button, but it matches the color of the system, which is pretty cool. Another thing about this system is it came with a light gun. And there's the little port there. Now, one of the things that's missing from here is an Atari logo that looks like it came off long ago because you could still see the sticker residue. But it's, you know, pretty much like the Nintendo Zapper. And this system came with a few games. It came with Bug Hunt and Flight Simulator 2. And I do not have the box for this system. Let's just see what it looks like. The game cartridge. But I have some really moldy, nasty instruction manuals This Flight Physics and Aircraft Controller manual is probably the best of it. Of course, you get a keyboard. Not sure why you need such a thick book for a keyboard owner's manual. And then you have the Atari XE itself, which looks like it's definitely seen better days. You got a little bit of some mold going on back here. And then I actually have instructions for Star Raider 2, which is right there. So, yeah, pretty interesting. Now, by comparison, let me move this out of the way. Here is an Atari cartridge. There's a Nintendo cartridge. So, hell, why don't we just throw a Atari 7800 cartridge in there as well. So yeah, pretty small cartridge. Almost looks like a toy. Everybody's favorite Nintendo game. And these games came in boxes like this. You know, the graphics with a pretty retro cool blue background. You have this pretty badass Atari XE video game cartridge logo. Not too bad. This game is actually sealed. And I'll do a little comparison as well without dropping everything. Okay, you got the box is a little bigger compared to a Nintendo box. So, but yeah, this is the Atari XEGS. I believe not many of these sold, but I always wanted to get one of these. I never played it when I was younger. I mean, I used to go to Toys R Us and buy Nintendo games, and I always saw these games, but never really picked them up. So it's kind of cool to actually have one of these systems in hand. And being a lover of all things retro, I like this system. I think it's a very slick, cool, unique system. A lot of, you know, angles on this system. Angles everywhere. So there you have it, the Atari XEGS. Hopefully I'll have this thing back up and running in a couple of weeks. But just wanted to make a quick video about this. And I'm gonna start doing more videos. Me and my girlfriend's in the process of moving, so I'm gonna try to bust out a couple, you know, within a week. My next video, I want to do a video on the Atari 7800 because I just picked that up and loving the hell out of that system. And I have a pretty big collection of retro systems, so hopefully at least a few of you out there will enjoy this kind of stuff. But thanks for checking it out. I'm back. And if you like this video, please be sure to subscribe. Hit that like button. You know, comment on my long fingernails. I don't care. And thanks for checking us out. IGO is back. Take care, guys. I'll see you on the next video.